Okay, 2015, and we're back like we never left. Shawn was courteous enough to sub in for me well under the flu last week.
Yeah.
And then Matty D had business, international man of mystery, behind the ones and twos, taking care of some things.
These darn bugs, shouldn't they hibernate, these things?
I know. So, you know where we're at on Vine and Twitter, Million New Golf. People have been showing us some love, hitting us up with some videos. We got a video from a guy named Brandon, so shout out Brandon. He said he's launching with the advent of these modern tech devices. He said his launch with a 7-iron is considerably high. So he says it's at 30 degrees. Whatever that means, it just means it's way too high and it's not going far enough. And he wants to figure out how to hit it lower. So we're going to try our best to try and link in Brandon's swing so you can see what we're talking about. And if we can't do that, what we saw when we looked at it was...
Okay, well, number one, if we look at the tendency as far as the grip is concerned, what you see widespread out there and what you won't see widespread on the tour you see very strong grips. But what you see taught being widespread is a very neutral grip and a square face at address, which dynamically is open off the planet. So what happens is Brandon is now in a position where he has to square it up at the ball. He can't go to the target. So if he's able to go to the target, he will properly lead with the handle, but with the face being that open, he has to release early just to square it up. So as he's releasing early, it's creating that little scooping motion, putting the ball way up in the air, and he's losing a lot of distance.
Yeah, maybe Matt, if you could zoom in, there's an example of kind of like what Brandon's lead hand looked like. So, and
this is what you're going to see with the guys on the tour. You're going to see Bubba Watson, Webb Simpson, Matt Kuchar, and the list goes on and on. Okay?
On and on and on.
On and on. So now, once you have a strong grip, you can lead with the handle without opening the club face, which means you're going to hit it much lower and much farther, and you're free to stay with your target out there. Now, as a really neat exercise on how you can be brainlessly swinging through the ball, we have a little ribbon for you here. And because Connor did this so well, you know, he picked it up and he's doing it so well right out of the gate. I want Connor to demonstrate that for you.
The first thing I thought of was Will Ferrell, old school. So hopefully I get high points for artistic merit on this. And then Shawn can give you the rundown on why this would be such a great visual or something for you guys to try at home, okay?
So while you swing, I'll describe.
Yep.
All right. So what Connor's doing right now is he's simply just dragging the ribbon away from himself in both directions. Get the heck away from me in the backswing, and then get the heck away from me in the follow-through. And look how beautifully wide the arc is. You can see by that green ribbon how wide that arc is. That's actually pretty good, man.
Thank you.
And you'll see how deep that lag was. So what you get, because as you're lagging, you also get a proper angle of attack. So you notice from here downwards, you get a beautiful angle of attack. But if you're releasing at the ball, your angle of attack is much shallower and much higher on the way through. So you just scoop it into the air as opposed to compress it into your picture.
Perfect.
Okay.
So hopefully that helps. We'll make a Vine video about that. It's lagging. It's not holding on to energy. We're getting out of the way. And because of all that, your 30-degree launch, Brandon, is going to turn into something maybe 17, 15, and the ball should go considerably further.
7-iron should be what, around 19? At tour average with a 6-iron is 16 degrees launch. So, you know, then you'll have that Sergio lag getting you out to that target. You know, when Sergio was asked, how do you lag? He says, I don't know, it just happened. But what's he focused on? We're going that way. So when you got the ribbon, and that's just like a $5 piece of equipment you can get at a gymnastics supply store, you'll notice that film yourself with that ribbon, you'll freak. You'll have amazing lag because all you're doing is sticking with a task of delivering the ribbon out there. And then plug that into your golf swing, things are going to be good.
Perfect. Come back. We're going to talk a little bit more about drivers.